I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rukakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom. Shalom. All right, man. We're back with another lesson. And this one's going to be titled Home Invasion by Esau. No negotiations, okay? Home invasion by Esau, no negotiations, right? Because when there's a home invasion, usually, right, the cops come if they haven't left that house, right, in time. And if there's a hostage situation, they bring in the negotiators, okay, and try to dim down the situation. Try to, negotiate so there's no casualties, okay? But Esau, right, has appointed a land to themselves that does not belong to them, all right? And we're talking about the Holy Land, right? The land of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai. They're calling themselves the people, right? Them small hats, okay? And obviously, through prophecy, they're not going to leave. There's not going to be any negotiations. There's going to be mass casualties. There's going to be a lot of death, okay? Why? Because these people have stolen everything on the earth, okay? Especially a land that does not belong to them, the Holy Land, calling themselves, the Jays, all right? We're gonna tread lightly with that word because you know how vexed they get being exposed that they're not the people, okay? So we're going to start off, all right? And, this is very vexing, all right? But understanding that the Lord is going to come back and destroy these people, that's what works the long suffering, the patience, right? Because we understand. But this lesson is going more into exposing the fact that those ain't the people, okay? Because there's a big battle amongst our house, the house of Israel, with the 2/3 and the 1/3, going back and forth that, oh, we're not the people. Those are the people. Oh, what does it matter? Well, it does matter. Okay? All right? For people like Vocab Malone that always come out and say, no, we're the heathens. They're the real people. Yada, yada, yada. They just don't believe in the word. Okay? They're just here to cause confusion, right? Unnecessary evil. So we're going to start off with the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24.
There's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
And the only people that got led away captives into all nations was the nation of Israel, okay? No other nation got scattered, and that's not a big mystery, okay? By now, everybody should know. Everybody you talk to, even the non-believers, when you talk about the Bible, you know who Israel is? The ones who got scattered? Yeah. It's not a big mystery. The Lord scattered Israel into all nations.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
You see, so Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. Okay? Jerusalem was going to be trodden down of the Gentiles. Why? Because we weren't going to be there. We were going to be scattered into all nations as we are right now. Okay?
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
You see? So until their calling is finished, right? They were going to land. They were going to be there. Okay? And they have not fulfilled, right, all the prophecies yet. All right? That's why it is impossible for the real people to be in that land yet. All right?
And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations.
Distress of nations.
With perplexity.
With perplexity. And perplexity means lack of understanding, okay? There's going to be a lack of understanding. Why? Because a lot of the people thought, well, that was them. We thought that was them. We were, we thought you people weren't nothing. What's going on? What's all this? What's happening?
The sea and the waves roaring.
The sea and the waves roaring, and we're gonna prove to you in a few seconds that the sea and the waves roaring are the people. They're going to be in an uprising, right? When Esau gets exposed, man. All right. And you already see it. You see the dollar being dropped. Nations are threatening Esau. Okay. They're sending missiles over there to Israel and Israel. Okay. It's about to be war, man. These rumors of war have been going around for a long time. Okay. And the people are fed up, man. They're ready. They're ready to go. Okay.
Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. You see? And those powers of heaven that shall be shaken is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that indignation, right? The weapons of his indignation, right? Them ICBM missiles, okay? And then them chariots coming, okay? The powers of heaven shall be shaken. And we're going to prove 2 points here, okay? First, we're going to go to the book of Revelations, right? Chapter 17 and verse 15.
There's a book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
There you go. So the people are going to be in an uproar, okay? All these multitude of nations are going to be in an uproar, okay? And you already see that slowly happening, all right? You already see it slowly happening, okay? And we're going to back this up with the book of Isaiah, okay? Chapter 13, and we're going to start at verse 4.
There's a book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 4. The noise of a multitude and the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
See, a tumultuous noise of kingdoms of nations gathered together. That's that uproar.
The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
The Lord is preparing this, right? Why? Because ultimately, that valley of Jehoshaphat got to come to pass, okay? Where he's preparing the way to the kings of the east, okay? To destroy that place with all them gutter rats that don't belong there, all right? And they also got to destroy Babylon, a.k.a. America, okay?
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
You see, that's going to be that shaking of the heavens, man. Them ICBM missiles, man. Okay? Those are them weapons of his indignation. Okay? Them nuclear missiles.
How, yea, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
You see? Just like I said in Luke chapter 21 and 26. The hearts of men are going to fail, man. All right? Why? Because this is going to be a battle like never before. Okay? There's going to be, the death rate is going to be at a number nobody saw. All right? So let's go back to finish what I had in Luke. Okay? Chapter 21, and we're going to continue on verse 27.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
So, has this happened yet? Has the Son of Man came yet in his chariot? Right? No, it hasn't happened yet. So why are those people there? Okay? You see, prophecy does not fit them.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
For your redemption draweth nigh. Okay? That's when the Lord is going to redeem us. Okay? That's when the Lord is going to redeem us. Okay? Redemption. We're going to see who redemption is for. Let's get this real quick. Let's go to the book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 4.
There's a book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 4. But when the fullness of the time was come, Yahweh sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law.
To redeem them that were what?
That were under the law.
Okay, see? That's to redeem the children of Israel, the real children of Israel that were under the law. Okay, to redeem them. All right? And that's and that hasn't happened yet. So why are those people in that land when Yahushua was supposed to come in that chariot to redeem those that were under the law?
That we might receive the adoption of sons.
You see, those people do not fit the prophecy at all. All right? That's why that is what you call a home invasion. All right? And like I said, there's not going to be any negotiations when the Lord comes back, because all he's going to come to do is tread that wine press, okay? There's going to be a lot of bloodshed, all right? There ain't going to be no talking, okay? That's out the window, all right? There ain't going to be no peace for the wicked. So let's move on. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, okay? Let's go to the book of Ezekiel chapter 36, and we're going to go to verse 5.
There's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen.
Against the residue of the heathen.
And against all Idumea.
And against all Idumea, and we're gonna prove that Idumea is Esau, the so-called white man. Go ahead.
Which have appointed my land into their possession.
Which have appointed my land into their possession. Okay, the 1948ers, okay, were given that land, okay, because we were scattered into all nations. All right, nobody was home. And what they did, they moved in and made it theirs.
With the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey.
All right, you see? So against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession. Now let's go to the book of First Micah, okay? Let's go to First Maccabees, chapter 5 and verse 3 to see who Idumea is.
There's a book of First Maccabees, chapter 5 and verse 3. Then Judas fought against the children of Esau and Idumea.
And where?
In Idumea.
You see, so Esau is the one that dwelt in Idumea, okay? And the place is a people before it's a place, okay? Understand that. That's why when you talk about Jerusalem, that's because that's the land of the Jews, man. The real Jews, okay? Esau is Idumea, and he appointed the Lord's land for his possession. You see? Esau don't belong there. Esau's not Judah. But you see, they have appointed that land for their possession. And that was the point I wanted to get from that verse. Okay? Moving on, we're going to go to the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 2.
There's a book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 2. And they covet fields, and take them by violence in houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage.
And how did they oppress our heritage? By taking it from us. By calling themselves, right, the real people of the book, right? By saying that we were just Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? That they are the real J's, right? Them small hats. That's how they oppressed our heritage. You see? They covet fields, man. They can never, you know what it says? Esau cannot stay at home. You see? They took America by violence, all right? They possessed Jerusalem when that's not theirs. Okay, this man cannot stay at home, and they oppress a man in his house. All right, even a man and his heritage. There's no secret. Okay, this is what Esau do. But guess what? We're gonna bring the point home to put the nail in the coffin to show you that this bastard does not belong there. and he does not fit the prophecy, okay, of the real Jews of the Bible. So let's finish it off, right, with the book of Isaiah. We're going to go to chapter 2. We're going to start at the top.
There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 1. The word that Isaiah, the son of Amoz, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
Saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
And it shall come to pass in the last days.
In the what?
In the last days.
In the last days, okay? Not 1948. In the last days. We in 2023, man. Okay? Not 1948. In the last days.
That the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Where do you see all the nations flowing to Jerusalem right now? If anything, they're all flowing right here to Babylon. All nations is coming over here for that opportunity, right? For the American dream. Okay, but in the last days, they're going to flow to the Holy Land.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Hold on. Where do you see all the nations walking in the path of the Lord? Where you see the LGBTQ spread everywhere? That's not the way of the Lord, okay? The woman is on top of the man, okay? That's not the way of the Lord. Everybody eating bacon, women are half naked all the time, okay? Just a few examples of many, okay, that are still here on earth, and nobody's walking in the way of the Lord except for the elect, okay? Go ahead.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law, not the United Nations, not Babylon, okay, not Europe, not NATO, not the EU, okay? For out of Zion shall go forth the law. Go ahead.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
And neither shall they learn war anymore. Big key point right there. Okay? But here you go with, we got China threatening America. We got Russia and Ukraine fighting. Okay? There's trouble over there in Israel, right? Bomb missiles are being sent over and back and forth. Okay? But those people are in the land. When the real people are in the land, when the righteous rulership is established, none of these things are going to happen, okay? Neither shall they learn war anymore, okay? But we're in the times of rumors of wars. So that's how you know these are not the people. That's how you know this was a home invasion by Esau. And when the Lord comes back, there will be no negotiations. Lord willing, that was edifying. And with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
DTA.
DTA.
Abab.
Baba Bob.
Kum Yasharala.